It's time!
All right, guys. Welcome back to Everything Octagon. We're going to be breaking down some of the fights from the main card this week at UFC Fight Night, Blanchfield versus Fiorot in Atlantic City. First in the welterweight division, Chidi Njokuani versus Rhys McKee. Guys, I've been watching fights all morning on both of these welterweights. 3-4 fights of them each of their recent fights, and I think that this is going to be fight of the night on this one, guys. It's freaking Chidi Njokuani is a 185er moving down to 170 after a 3-loss streak. He's all good fighters that he's lost to. Oleg Zaechuk ground and pounded him out. He had a good split decision with Albert Duraev, and he lost that. And he also fought Gregory Rodriguez. I don't know if you remember this fight, but he hit Gregory Rodriguez with a knee from hell and cut him wide open, eyebrow to eyebrow. One of the biggest, worst cuts you ever seen. And them boys had a brawl. I think it was fight of the night that night. Gregory Rodriguez did, end up coming back and winning that in round 2. So Njokuani's coming off of 3 losses. He's a great striker. Nice quick kicks, leg kicks, knees. He's got that Muay Thai kickboxing background. So, and he's going to be the bigger guy at 6'3" versus Rhys McKee at 6'2". He's a little bit longer in reach, 80-inch reach versus 78. Both guys fight from the orthodox stance, and after watching both of these guys fight all morning, I've been going back and forth, and Chidi Njokuani is going to be the bigger guy with the more power and possibly, the reach and all that. But Rhys McKee, man, Rhys McKee is a tough son of a bitch out of Northern Ireland. He was all hyped up 3 years ago during COVID, and he got a shock to come into the UFC. And unfortunately, his first fight in the UFC was against a young, up-and-coming, a young monster that was debuting himself that we now know as Khamzat Chimaev. And that was Chimaev's first fight. And if you remember that, he come right in and just destroyed Rhys McKee, the striker. Rhys McKee was looking to strike, and Khamzat Chimaev come right in, grabbed his hips, slams him down, and beat the shit out of him in the first 2 minutes of the fight. Rhys McKee didn't even get a punch in. It was supposed to be his big debut, and he runs into Khamzat Chimaev, and now we know who Khamzat Chimaev is. We didn't at the time, so you might not remember Rhys McKee. I do remember him because I remember him having his next fight with Alex Morono, who's a tough bastard himself, and they had a unanimous decision, a 3-round, battle striking, and Morono edged him out with getting some takedowns and whatnot. He got cut from the UFC, and then he went to Cage Warriors and fought three guys in Cage Warriors and got 3 wins there. Gets back into the UFC and fights Andre Lusa, who we just saw last week fight Brian Battle, and he quit because he got poked in the eye. But in this fight, Andre Lusa didn't quit. He actually, they had a good little freaking war. He actually survived. Rhys McKee survived a barrage from Andre Lusa against the cage where he threw 20 strikes on Rhys McKee, and Rhys McKee did not go down. He's got the chin. He can take the shots. It's almost like he's tough as nails, but it's almost like he wants it too much. He comes right in trying to get it. He has not got a UFC win yet, and he has had 3 or 4 UFC fights. So he's up against it again. He's a normal, natural 170-pounder. He usually struggles against the wrestling. He's got good grappling. When he gets to his back, he throws up triangles and omoplatas and different attacks with his legs, just to try to get a scramble so he can get to his feet. So I don't want to say he's got bad grappling, but defending from the standing position to the ground seems to be his trouble. And whenever fighters end up in a close little striking tit for tat with him, they use that to their advantage. They take him down, and it edges out the rounds on the scorecards. He's not going to be dealing with that with Chidi Njokuani. I think they're both men are coming in for a striking fight, and I think that's what we're going to see. But Chidi Njokuani is the bigger guy, and if he gets in that tit for tat with Rhys McKee where neither fighter really knows who's winning, I think that the size, Chidi Njokuani can press him against the cage and get a little control time while he's resting, and get that look from the judges to where they might give him more rounds than Rhys McKee. So I'm predicting fight of the night here, guys. A nice, beautiful striking battle with a tough chinned Rhys McKee. with the power of Njokuani. I mean, it could get stopped here. I think Chidi Njokuani is going to win, but I don't see him stopping Rhys McKee. I mean, Rhys McKee has got one hell of a chin. If you watch the fights that I just watched, Alex Morono and Ange Lusa, I mean, he can take some shots, I'm telling you. So expect a great brawl out of these two. But final prediction, I'm going to have to go Chidi Njokuani by decision. Just because of the whole dropping down from 185. If Njokuani makes weight and this fight happens, then I'm thinking that he's going to put quite a bit amount of weight back on. He's going to look like a 185er in there, and that's going to be the deciding factor between these. I'd like to see Rhys McKee get a win. He hasn't got a win yet, but he's been taking some hard matchups, I got to tell you. So Chidi Njokuani by decision. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Please hit that subscribe button. I made a deal that I wouldn't shave until I got 100 subscribers. I'm up to 84. I got 16 more to go. This thing is getting out of control. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like my videos, share my videos, comment down below. Anything you can do to help me out would be great. So, yeah, subscribe. Take it easy.